Hello everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. I have a few updates regarding the Chinese ADIZ as it pertains to South Korea. Now, since the ADIZ by China was implemented a little over a week ago, China, Japan, and the United States have all raised significant concerns over its implementation. Both China and Japan have asked Chinese officials to redraw the lines, but China has consistently refused to do so. So, the South Korean government is electing to redraw its own air defense identification zone to include a small submerged piece of real estate called Ieodo. Now, this is causing a huge problem here in South Korea because Ieodo is considered South Korean territory and has been since 1951. It is the home of spirits of sailors who have lost their life at sea for those that live on Jeju and is considered South Korean territory. Now, the reason why I bring this up is many ask why Korea's air defense identification zone didn't include that piece of real estate when it was initially put into place. So, the new ADIZ for South Korea is expected to take effect tomorrow. It's in the final stages of being approved. Now, this is going to set up an interesting series of events. First, according to the UN, Ieodo sits in international waters and cannot be owned by anyone. So the UN does not recognize ownership by the Ieodo of either South Korea or China. China is, of course, using military aircraft to patrol its newly established ADIZ. So when South Korea extends its ADIZ to include Ieodo, they will, of course, want to exert control over that airspace. And I assume that Korean officials will fly military aircraft over Ieodo. China has said that any incursion into its ADIZ will be met with a response, and you could end up seeing a conflict in the airspace over the area, much like what we're seeing both in the air and on the ground with the Senkaku and Diaoyu islands between Japan and China. So my question for you today is this. What do you think is the best course of action with respect to the Chinese ADIZ? Now, it should be noted that no country is prohibited to creating an ADIZ, but with such conflict over the lines being drawn, should the UN become involved to mediate the dispute? I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Please leave a comment down below.